Hello, I'm back. It's 2023 and I've got my espresso. I am still not totally in the swing of things since Christmas and New Year's and all that good stuff. I hope I have everything because I kind of threw this together quickly. I knew what I was going to do today. I have the time to get a video in. I woke up looking like just a mess. I look like Ma Kettle, if you know who Ma Kettle is. If you don't, Google it. It's not pretty. So I brushed my hair, brushed my teeth. I thought, who cares? We're gonna go with it today. My last video was before Christmas, and I thought for sure I would get another one in December. And I just couldn't do it. I had time like 3 days after my last video, and I thought, man, that's too much Rachel too soon, you know? I should have recorded one and just saved it and uploaded it later, but I felt like I should probably show Christmas because that was before Christmas, and I kind of just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the Christmas stitching or showing or talking, and I wasn't really ready to show yet what I'm going to work on next year, this year, 2023. So now I have my stuff together. I'm trying to think of what's happened since the last video. It was before Christmas. Christmas was fine. It's insane. We had that big winter storm, that hit Buffalo, had hit us first. We didn't get as much as Buffalo. I think I got about a foot of snow, which quickly has melted. There's no snow on the ground, and it seems like early spring here. It's just gross out. We've had rain. So right before Christmas, I was really worried because my daughter, she lives on the other side of Traverse City. So she's a good 45 minutes to an hour, depending on road conditions, away from me. And she was supposed to be here for Christmas Eve and stay the night. And I kept telling her, they're forecasting 12 to 18 inches and blizzard conditions, and you're not going to get here. You should probably come early. Christmas Eve was Saturday, and I think the storm was supposed to start Thursday, like at dinner time. And I kept telling her, you can risk driving here on Christmas Eve, but you may not be able to. And she at first was like, there's no way I'm spending like 5 days with you guys. And I'm like, fine, guess you'll have to wait for your gifts and So Thursday morning I had texted her and I said, why don't you, since the roads are good, come over and get some food and some stuff in case you get stuck at home. And that way you won't be, eating ramen noodles or whatever. She's like, fine, I'm coming tonight, which made me happy. So then she ended up being here from Thursday until Christmas Day, Sunday. She helped me a little bit. We did some baking, and she's 20 and, pays for her student loan. Well, it's not a student loan. She took out a personal loan for school, which she just finished, yay, and passed the first part of her cosmetology test for the state of Michigan. She's taking the second part next week, downstate, yay. But she's broke, and she was gonna hopefully see some friends, and I said, well, why don't we do Christmas baking? Everybody loves a little box of cookies, so we did that one day and wrapped up some stuff for her boyfriend's family and some friends, and so that was good. So basically, it was stormy. It really was stormy for Christmas, so we just kind of were in our jammies. We ate a lot. I swear I've gained so much weight this Christmas. Ugh, God. All we're doing was eating. Yeah, and then I worked between Christmas and New Year's. I've been doing a lot of Hemingway for the Martha Evans stitch along, which I will talk about in a minute. And I got a little bit of stitching done. And then we had New Year's, and I do all the cooking for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then everybody's home. So I was cooking. Did hors d'oeuvres New Year's Eve. I always do that. Played some Yahtzee. And then yesterday, January 4th, so today's the 5th, was my son Jason's 15th birthday. So I had to run into town. He had video games and socks and underwear on his list, and I did not have socks and underwear. So I ran into town and got a birthday cake and socks and underwear, and everybody's happy. And when this is done, I may have birthday cake with coffee for my brunch. It's like 9 a.m. And, you know, already packed on the pounds. Might as well pack on some more, right? Whatever. So, okay. So I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I did get some stitching done, and there is stuff, you know, some stitch-alongs coming up that I'm actually going to participate in. So, oh, okay. I got to do this first. The last couple of videos, I keep forgetting to do this. I've had a lot of people ask about the First Ladies series that I'm doing, and I am doing it. Not sure it's going to be quite as big as I had hoped to be, but that's okay, because I think it'll still be good. I'm hoping to start it at the end of January, possibly the first week of February. It depends. I kind of have everything set up, but there's a few more things I want to get nailed down. And I will do sort of a short introductory video before I start it to kind of let you know dates and how I'm going to do things. I do know, this is part of what I have to nail down. I think I'm going to do 5 weeks. I'm going to have to look at a calendar though and see. And so what I am going to do is you will be getting two Rachels a week. I will do a video with all of the First Lady and needlework and stitching of the time and sort of the informational video. And I will post that at the beginning of the week, and then at the end of the week, like on the weekend, and I'm not sure the date yet, that's one of the things I have to nail down, we'll do a live. And then if you have questions, I'll show charts and different things, and we can interact. So that's kind of how I'm planning on doing it, and I won't get to all the First Ladies. It'll just be sort of a select group. I'll tell you more in the video, but I think a lot of them will be the early First Ladies, so a lot of them I'm probably going to be connecting to samplers. Yeah, so there's some good ones. I'll tell you more in the introductory video, because I found out some really good stuff. So I think that'll be fun. Yeah, so that it still is my plan. I haven't mentioned it in a while, and so I had a few people ask, are we still doing that? So we totally are. I think it's going to be fun. You know, I think it's a good winter thing. I will also do another Stitching in the Housecoats live at some point. I kind of feel like that's more warmer weather thing in a way. I feel like your house coat, maybe you should be like, I don't know, wearing the house coat, sitting on a porch drinking. Maybe it's a southern thing. Sitting on a porch drinking some iced tea because it's kind of hot. So you're wearing your house coat. I don't know. But I will do those every so often, and hopefully I'll do some in the spring and the summer. Just some live videos where we can wear house coats and chit chat and, you know, talk live. Okay. So I had a couple well, okay, let's talk about this first. Actually, I forgot something. I'm going to pause it for 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so Martha Evans Stitch Along. This is the sampler in the last video I did. I was talking about this beautiful sampler that was coming out, and that it was coming out on Hemingway, and this is it. I have known about this for a long time and have been watching Tanya's progress. I was so excited for this sampler to come out. So this is, okay, Martha Evans 1879. This is going to be a stitch along for Brenda, from Brenda and the Serial Starter, to celebrate her 60th birthday. And Tanya said that Brenda always admired this antique at her house, and that's why she chose to release this chart so that we could do a stitch along. Penelope Tucker, I know a lot of you guys know her. She is a good friend, and she helped set up this stitch along in honor of Brenda's big birthday. So there is a stitch along. It's on Hemingway. There's a few things I wanted to say about it. Okay, right now I don't think my website has any Hemingway. Today is Thursday, the 5th. I am going to add some more pre-orders for all of the different counts of Hemingway. They will probably take a week and a half, two at the most to get out. So here's the deal. The stitch along does not have a hard start date. It is between January 16th and February 16th so that everybody can get all of their supplies. Tanya charted this in more colors than she normally would so that threads and things are still kind of hard to get. So you can do the 103s. There's a DMC list. There's NPI and soie d'Alger. So you have your choice of cotton or 3 different types of silks. I do have the chart on my website on needleandflax.com if you'd like to buy the chart. And I've also been doing NPI thread packs because that's what I'm going to stitch it in, is NPI. I'm waiting on, I've had to order the silks like 3 times. The great thing about NPI is the colors are never on back order. They ship the day I order it. They're just phenomenal. So I have a few people waiting for thread packs, and I still have some listed. I'm getting a batch delivered again. I've been getting NPIs like once a week because I keep selling them. It's a nice silk to work with. And I also had somebody had asked me if the NPIs would work on 36 count. And I had never stitched NPI on 36 count, so I actually did a test swatch and texted her some pictures. It looks good on 36 count. So it's kind of like a 103 you wouldn't do. It's too thin. You would not use that on 36. It would be way too bare. You would do that on 40 and up. But the NPIs, I was surprised they looked pretty good on 36. So if you're a 36 count stitcher and you want to use a silk, I have not tried the soie d'Alger on 36. I don't know. So here's the deal. The thread packs, so the chart calls for one of the colors, says you need 2 of them. Okay, so here's the deal with this. The thread packs I only have, it would be NPI 243 or DMC 730, 103, 274. So Tanya stitched the model in the 103, and she says that she needed just a smidge more of this. It's one of the greens. I don't know if everybody's going to need 2 skeins or even need that smidge more. So in my NPI thread packs, I only have 1 of the color 243. Now it's going to depend on how you use your thread, what count of linen you're using. Not everybody's going to need 2, so that's why it's not included on my thread packs that I'm selling. But here's the deal, which I was going to tell you, which a lot of you know if you use NPI. If you get close or you decide to stitch this later and you do end up needing 2 of your needlepoint silks, and this is just for the NPIs. When you get this is a skein of NPI. They all have so this is color 324. This is what I went and grabbed. It'll have a lot, I don't know if you can see, it'll have a lot number on it. And that's the die lot. So whatever skein that you have in your pack, or if you've bought it somewhere else and you run out of an NPI, for it to match exactly, I wish all threads did this. For it to match exactly, all you have to do is call your different shops and find out what lot number they have. So like this is lot 9. If I were to run out of this color, I could call and say, what lot do you have? Do you have any lot 9 of this number? And it's going to match exactly because it's from the same batch. Now, just because it's not from the same lot doesn't mean it won't match exactly, but you know, they're over-dyed. So wouldn't it be wonderful if all over-dyeds did this? Then you wouldn't have the whole, you know, running out of a thread 6, 7 months, a year after it was released, and you reorder a thread and it just doesn't match. So that's my suggestion. That's one reason I only did the one skein. If you end up needing more than one skein, I don't think most people will. You know, if you're using the MPIs, look for the same lot that you used in the first one. Don't throw away your little paper. I keep them in my little bag so that I do know what lot number I used. So, okay, so this, I'm going to show you Hemingway. I think I have some. Okay, Hemingway. Okay, so the Attic has this chart as their January stitch along. They are taking orders. They're actually shipping out orders, and they'll just keep taking them and have me sending them Hemingway as much as they need it. So that is a source. You can call the Attic and order a kit. I just shipped Acorns and Threads, should have some Hemingway. They just ordered a bunch, and that was shipped last week. So Acorns and Threads. Hobby House, if you're looking for 40 count specifically, they have a big box of 40 count that should be arriving there today or tomorrow. So if it's not on their website, they would be also one to give a call, because I'm sure they will take your order. And like I said, I will put up some pre-orders for Hemingway. I've had a lot of new customers order from my website and literally email me within days, when are you going to ship this, because I need it for the stitch along. It's a month-long start. So, you know, most of this stuff will be out and in your hands by January 16th, but not everybody's starting at January 16th. It is a month-long start, and there's no fast, hard rules. So you will get it. Patience. I know it's a beautiful chart. Hopefully you can see. This is Hemingway. It is, you know, the color looks a little more cream. The color of the chart. It looks, I don't know, it looks lighter because of course they don't, it doesn't, you know, doesn't photograph well. But it's kind of an aged linen. I think this would be good on a lot of stuff. I want to see if people do it on a lighter linen. The colors are really good. There's a lot of great light linens that you could do it on. If you can't afford, or it's not in your budget to do an over-dyed, I think Vintage Country Mocha would look great. I think Zweigart Platinum would be really pretty. Those are a couple. Yeah, there's lots of great dyers out there and lots of great choices. So it'll be fun to see in the stitch along. And I think the hashtag is Brenda's Big Birthday Sal. I will put it in the description box. So that's that. Martha Evans. Get it, start it. If there's anything that you need, any component of it, I will have all of it on my website. What else? Oh, on my website, right before Christmas, I did get more of those hand and lock cases. I've already sold out of the black Liberty London large, but I still have some red. So if you're looking for the large embroidery case from Hand and Lock, I still have some red ones on my website. Just FYI. That's it. So, okay, so what did I stitch on? God, I'm all over the place. Post-Christmas haze. Okay, I'm going to show you purchases now. Now that we got First Ladies out of the way, that is coming. Watch for a video, and I will title it First Ladies. So I will have a video explaining all that. We did the Martha stitch along. Now I'll show you my purchases. I got all PDFs since I last talked to you, so that's what I'm going to show you. One thing I got right before Christmas, I'm talking days, is Lori Rippey from Homespun Prims. I thought I'd be able to do a video, and I was going to show these on that video, and I didn't. She had some really cute newer Christmas charts that I had to buy and download. And I don't if I buy a PDF, I print it. I don't stitch from like a tablet or anything. I have, but I don't like to do that. It's just one more thing to charge, right? So I print them out. You know, here's a little advice, a little tip. I print a lot of stuff, and I, about a year ago, got the Epson EcoTank printer. Phenomenal. I've been using it for about a year, and my black ink is just half gone, and my color ink is still full. So if you are wanting to print out PDFs at home, it is worth the investment to get the Epson EcoTank. You see the commercials all the time. It's not cost prohibitive. It pays for itself. Then you don't have to be like Brenda and Laura going to work and printing out all your PDFs. You can do it at home very inexpensively. I love it. I love it. I'm still using the ink that came with the printer a year later. And I print every single day. Stacks and stacks and stacks of both color and black and white invoices, just all kinds of stuff. So I'm telling you, if you want a printer to print out decent quality at home, get that printer, because that's what I printed these on. And then it's like instant gratification. And I like to print too, because I have had computers take a dump on me and not had stuff like backed up in a cloud and not been able to get stuff off. So I always print off my PDFs, so that way I don't lose them. It's good money, you know, we've spent money. So anyway, Lori Rippey, she has, if you go on her Instagram, Homespun Prims by Lori, she has these stitched in some really, really cute pictures from around Christmas. So this is the Mary Bell sampler. I'm totally doing these next year or this year, whatever. It's so cute. Oh, I love the frames that she picked. And you can download these. I will link her website. Hospitality and Good Cheer. I think I love this one the most. Oh, so cute. You've got to go on her Instagram and look at the pictures that she has. So cute. And then I also got Christmas Joy. I love the pear tree. Oh, I love these. Those are very high on my Christmas to-do list. And I may do them this summer because, like I said, I want to do Christmas way before Christmas. Another thing I bought was McKenna at 1884 Stitchery. She released quite a few samplers. This is the only one I bought for now. I'm actually gonna eventually get more. This was Macintosh samplers, and she bought them, so it is now 1884 Stitchery. But the Anne Parry sampler, how fantastic is that? Oh, that could be on my to-do list this year because that is pretty, very pretty. So you can order a hard copy or a PDF from her. And then I have the Teresa Kogut Patreon charts that she released. So I'm going to show you those. So this one was for tier 4. This is called Thy Neighbor. Cute. This one is tier 3 and 4. I live in a cottage. Cute board. Look at that cute border. Very cute. Oh, and look at, I mean, not only do I print out the PDFs with that printer, but I print out the color copies. I'm not doing any black and white. This one I love. This was tier 2, 3, and 4. And these are January, so if you sign up this month, this is what's available now if you sign up for her Patreon. And that's why I'm telling you the tiers, because there's different levels. So this is Happy House. I think this one might be my favorite of the January charts that she released. I like I don't know, how she has that house laid out. It's cute. I want to see that one stitched. And then this one is going to be, of course I'm going to love this one. This is going to be released at Nashville. And I think she said she was only going to have this up for a week. It was kind of like a thank you. And it's called Needle and Flax. So of course I'm going to stitch that. You know, look at me there, my babushka. Just kidding. It's so cute. So, of course, because it has the same name as my linen, I'm going to stitch it. Who knows when, because whatever. So that was all my purchases. Well, Martha Evans was a purchase too, purchasing the NPIs. So what did I stitch on? Okay, some of the things that I stitched on, I'm going to show you are my plans for next year. So first, let me show you. I was all over the place. Okay, so before Christmas and around Christmas, I kept working on It's a Wonderful Life pin keep drum. And I still have this. I'm going to keep working on this, even though, you know, we're way past Christmas, but I really want this done for next year. I think I'll keep working on it. I don't know. So I got a little more of the border, and I got more of that White House done. So, and that's another reason I'm going to keep working on this, because I think I'm making good progress. I mean, I got a lot of the house done, and that's kind of the bear of this thing. So will I be able to turn it into a pin drum? I've never finished one. Oh God, that terrifies me. So much work in that. If I goof it up, holy cow. Okay, another thing I grabbed. Oh shoot, grabbed the wrong bag. This one is in my gift needle and flax bag. This is so fantastic. Okay, I decided I was in the sampler mood, and I worked on Elizabeth Masterson, 1838, by the Scarlet Letter. Love that. And I don't have a lot done on this. This is on Zweigart Platinum, which I told you would be great for Martha Evans. And that's all I got done. But I got something done. So I love that one. I love Scarlet Letter. I'm in the mood for Scarlet Letter and Hands Across the Sea. So before I get to the rest of what I stitched on, I was chatting with some friends, and we were talking about, I just kept saying, oh my gosh, I'm in such a Hands Across the Sea mood. And Laura Duet, Laura the cereal starter, was like, oh my gosh, so am I. I'm totally into it. And we were all talking, and this was Laura's idea. She came up with the idea to do a stitch along for the whole year of Hands Across the Sea. The first week of each month of the year, work on a Hands Across the Sea. So I'll have to look up the hashtag. I think it's first week of the month, hats SAL, I think. So the idea is the first calendar week of the month, you work on Hands Across the Sea, either a whip, start something new. You could start something new every day. You could change out your whip every day. It would just be by Hands Across the Sea. And then maybe we could get some progress on some of this stuff. And of course you could work on it even longer. I saw a lot of people, she announced it on Instagram, and a lot of people were like, oh, you know, there's a lot of people who are just going to work on one thing, like 1 week of the month. You know, some of these Hands Across the Sea are huge. The reason we were talking about it is I did a Hands Across the Sea as my Christmas start. And then I also ended up doing one for my New Year's Day start. So that's part of my progress and why I'm talking about this. And then I'm going to show you the Hands Across the Sea that I have finished, which is just a few, some of my whips, and some of the ones that I would like to start during this. I think this is a SAL I can keep up with, right? Because I'm not committed to like one chart even. So if one night I'm working on one thing and I'm just not feeling it, or I want fill in or something, I can grab another whip, do something else. If I'm in the mood to start something new, I've got some stuff I can start new. So I think I can really keep up with it and actually make some progress on some Hands Across the Sea. So on Christmas Day, I started, well, now I'm going to have to figure out where. Okay. So what I wanted to start was Ann Castle, which I will show you later. And I decided to order the 103s for it. They came before Christmas. I was missing 2 colors, it just took the wind out of my sails. I was so sad. So I was close to Christmas. I'm like, there's no time to order anything. I got to look at what I have. And on my website, I owned the chart myself, but I had DMC thread packs for Esther Pickford. So I just grabbed that. I don't know if it was necessarily calling to me, but it was ready to go. So I was like, you know what? I'll just start Esther. That's it. I have the threads all together. So I bought from myself an Esther Pickford DMC pack. And this is now here's what's funny about this chart. Oh, son of a biscuit. Okay, my hoop fell. The outside edge is satin stitch, which I love. I love doing satin stitch. I did not start that because I will do that last. I don't want I stitch in a hoop and I don't want it to crush all the stitches. And there's some satin stitch in here I haven't done. But if you look at this chart, excuse my nasty hands, it is mostly border, right? It's just this chubby border with just 2 pots and a couple little things. It's all border. And one of the reasons I also picked this one too is I thought these flowers are nice chunks of stitching. So it's not a ton of color changes. It's a colorful sampler, but not a ton of color changes, which sometimes can drive me bonkers when I just want to sit and stitch and not focus. So I had a piece, which this is a happy accident. I found a piece of 40 count dirty teacup in my stash. Actually, it wasn't in my stash. I have a little bit of dyed fabric for designers when they request fabric. And this was in my box of designer request fabric and I stole it because I didn't want to have to dye any. So this is dirty teacup, but the happy accident is I had grabbed this chunk because it was big enough for Ann Castle. And I was talking with a friend and I think I'm going to use a darker fabric for Ann Castle. So this worked out well. And there we go. So I started the border. It's really bright looking right now, but there are some deeper reds in there. And so that'll kind of, ooh, I have a super nose edge. That'll tone things down. So I started that. It's actually pretty fun. It's not terribly big. Here, I'll show you again. That is the whole width of it. That is corner to corner. And then there's more flowers that come up here and stuff. I kind of jumped around a bit. I think it's a good one because like I said, those flowers in the border are a lot of stitching and kind of like fill-in. So this is one that I've picked up a couple of times because I only get really short amount. I was just looking down for like 5 minutes. You guys were probably watching the top of my head. I get short amounts of time to stitch, so it's kind of nice because I've been able to pick that up. I was watching a lot of First Lady documentaries and things and kind of brushing up on all my research I've been doing, which has been fun. So then for New Year's, I decided to start from the Kitten Stitcher sampler box, Rachel Sheared, which I showed this last time, I think. The 82-year-old sampler stitcher. And I actually had ordered the NPIs for this as well as Ann Castle, and I did get all of these. So, not NPIs. Did I say NPIs? 103s. I'm kind of liking, right now I'm on a 103 kick. A little bit. I don't know. DMC is still my favorite thread, but I've been having fun collecting. I think that's what I'm going to do this year is really focus on kitting a lot of things and ordering a lot of threads, just because there always is shortages I have plenty of charts. I'll still be buying charts as they come out. But I'd kind of like to have maybe some threads. And I'd like to buy more silks because I'm really kind of a cotton DMC stitcher. But it would kind of be fun to have options because DMC is always an option. That's always easy. So this one I am doing on, oh, this is Hawthorne. This is actually a kind of dark piece of Hawthorne. It kind of looks like a lighter Hemingway. I love this color. This is Needle and Flax. And so that's, I can't see. That's what I got going. This actually goes really fast because it only has like, I just have these dumped in a bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 8 colors. Let's see if I can do this. I've got these and these. That's it. Yeah, it's very fun. I think I can finish this year. Oh God. We'll see. I think I can do it. So that is that. I will show you now some of my Hands Across the Sea finishes. I only have a few, and I will show you the Hands Across the Sea if I start any. I'll show you the whips, and I will show you, if I start any, the ones that are kind of like ones I'd like to start if I feel in a start mood the first week of the year. So shoot. All right, I do have the charts for these that I finished, I think, except for one. First one I finished was a PDF. Again, I printed it out. Well, it's not the first I finished, but the first I'm going to show you. Harriet Goby, 1849. That's a cool frame that she has on that. That's a PDF. And I've shown you this before. Framed it myself. I did it on, the glare. I did it on Seraphim, I think Dusty Road. A really good piece of Dusty Road. It was very pretty. Seraphim is very fun to stitch on. Oh, this one. I love this one. Throw these on the ground. This one, I was obsessed when it was released. I stitched it like a madwoman until it was done. And I remember stitching it, I think I started it on a Halloween, whatever year it came out. Frances Graspy. This one has, this woman died in childbirth too. This one has kind of one of those sad backstories. She died young in childbirth, and it just spoke to me. This one I also framed myself. This is just a 12 by 12 Hobby Lobby frame. Oh, I love this one. This is like right up there with kind of one of my favorites. It's very fun to stitch, and it did stitch up pretty quickly, especially for Hands Across the Sea. I think this is a Legacy linen, whatever their beige is. This one I don't have the pattern for. I know Carol Saltbox, she had it as a possible January focus piece. This is one I stitched. Oh, I got glare, and I've got, you guys, it looks like a crime scene across from me. I've got so much junk on my countertop. This is Sarah Spencer. This one I did stitch off my tablet during the COVID shutdown time. This one was fun. It was an okay, fun stitch. I wouldn't say it was my favorite, but try not to get the glare of everything, of the camera and all that, because they are framed with glass. I like the glass. Okay, so the other one, and I thought when I had some finishing to do before Christmas, I think I said last time, this was one thing I was gonna do, is I have a frame. I showed it last year to you guys. Marion Horsborough, 1866. It's cute. This one really stitched up quick. This is also a legacy linen. I think, whatever their off-white is. I can't think. It's 2023. I can't think. Still. Okay, so I did do this. I'll probably show this again soon because hopefully I can get it into the little frame I have. That was fun. Again, it was super quick stitch. Super quick. This was one of her little gems that she had released. I have not bought all the little gems. You know, when she was releasing those during COVID and stuff, I was like, oh, I got plenty of time because they're like right there and I can get them immediately, and I will focus more on the printed stuff and the other pieces I want. And then she said eventually they will all be released on in booklet form. So now I'm kind of just like, I'll buy the booklet. I would prefer the booklet. So there's quite a few of those little gems that I do not have, that I just didn't buy. And the little gems are basically the same price as the book. So, I mean the PDF. So, all right. So now I will show you some whips that I have. Some of these Hands Across the Sea, I actually have, oh no. Rachel. Okay, one other thing I worked on during the break was Hands Across the Sea. I love this one. Oh, man. You guys are going to need some coffee for this video because I am all over the place. You're going to need to be focused. Okay. So, Elizabeth Harding, 1791. I love this sampler. Yes, there's a lot of over 1 words. And I'm doing it on 40 count cream, so it's kind of ghost-like. I liked the way... I'm trying to think. What did she, okay, it was stitched on Vintage Sand Dune, which is way darker than this, by Lakeside. But I kind of liked the washed out picture. I liked that just the house like really pops. So I picked this up and worked, and I'm doing this in DMC on 40 count cream. And what I was trying to do is work my way down to that red house so that this year I can get that done, which is kind of the focal piece, and then I can just kind of move around. This one is a ton of fun to stitch on. No joke. Okay. It's big though. So I worked my way down with, I don't know how I'm going to show this. Jeez, oh Pete. Maybe I'll do this. So I worked my way down with the border. I did a bunch of those Algerian eye. That I think was done. So I came down here. The headless parrot was already there. So I did a little bit. I just kept working down to where I could get to where the house is supposed to be. And I worked on that a little bit. So you probably don't notice much difference maybe since the last time I showed you, but there is a lot of stitching I did on that. The other thing I did was, since I hadn't really started the over 1 words yet, and I do full crosses, I grabbed a 103. I'm doing it in DMC, but I'm going to do the words in the 103. So I matched that, and I'm using 103 number 335 for the over 1 words. I'm going to try that. I haven't done that yet. I just use whatever I'm using, and I do full crosses on words. I will do tent stitch over 1 if it's like fill in, like crowded, because it's really hard to get your full crosses in there, and I don't mind that. But I like the full cross on the over 1. And I don't have an, you know, it's not hard for me to do, so I just do it. Some people do tent stitch on the words, which is fine, and it looks fine. But I do the cross. So I think using the 103 will make that full cross easier to see. I don't know. Okay, so another one that I grabbed. This is another whip. Oh shoot, that's not it. Do I have any espresso left? I'm just gonna plow through. I'm not even filling up this coffee. We're going for it. I got stuff to do today. Here's another whip. So these are the things that I will pick up during that first week for sure, because some of these, they have a lot of stitching done on them. Ann Morrison. She's so pretty. So many people have done her. She was a stitch along. I think this was traditional, yeah, Traditional Stitches 20th anniversary stitch along, and they have another stitch along that I have ordered. This next one they're doing is really good. And so that will definitely be in the first week of the month rotation. That's going to be a start. So that's what I've done on Ann Morrison. So really, I have to finish some Algerian eyelets and then kind of like this bottom section. And there's a lot of actual eyelets, not Algerian eyelets, in there too. So like the heart will take a little bit. I like eyelets too, so that doesn't bother me. I can't tell you how many times this year I've thought I need to pull out Ann Morrison and finish her, and have I done it? No. So this first week of the month, throughout the whole year, throughout all of 2023, it'll be good for me because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, because I gotta get going on this stuff. This one is probably one of my favorites. I think when it's finished, it will be one of my top. Right now, Lucy Calcut is still my favorite sampler that I have stitched because it's beautiful. It was fun. It looks great on the wall. Oh, where's the cover page to this? Darn it. Here we go. This was a PDF that I purchased and printed. The color. Anna Sophia Burcham, 1871. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys. You guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. My kids always tease me that I say it like that. Oh my gosh. This is also a legacy linen, I believe. Whatever their cream is. Corn tassel, corn. I think it's corn tassel. Ugh. Okay, hopefully you can see this. So I have a lot done. The reason I haven't picked this up over the last year, there is a lot of color changes. And so it just takes some focus, and I don't always have the time or the focus. So that's how big it is right there, down at the bottom. And I worked my way down to the peacock. I've started the peacock. There are some over 1 bees to stitch up here. It is very fun to stitch. It's one that I need to, there's not a lot of fill in, so kind of got to focus. But I would love to get this done this year because I think it could rival Lucy Calcut as a favorite for sure. It's beautiful. I mean, look at this. Look at this spray of flowers here. Oh, but see, I know that's going to take a while. And those berry baskets are so cute. I hate stitching berry baskets because of the color changes, but they're just adorable. They're like little baby berry baskets. So cute. Okay, what other ones do I have started? I have a lot. Do I have other ones going? Oh, I do. I do. Okay. Hold on a moment. Figure this out. Okay. So another one that I have started. I guess I don't have quite as many whips as I thought I did for Hands Across the Sea. I gotta take it out of the project bag. I did put it in a fabric project bag that I was gifted. Lordy. Eliza Knight. I love this one because it's so heavy on the green. There's a little touch of pink and a little touch of red. But it's different. I don't want every sampler on my wall, even though I'm drawn to all the reds and the red houses. I would like some different looking ones scattered throughout there. And this one, I think, I haven't seen a ton of people finish it. I know there's been a few, but I think this one is going to be very pretty. And I think I'm doing this one on an R&R linen. Which R&R? I don't know. So yeah, it's kind of a beigey color. I don't know, it looks too dark to be Stars Hollow blend, but Stars Hollow is one of my favorite of theirs. So I don't know. I'm positive though it's an R&R, I think. I need to look at my book of days. Last year I didn't really fill it out. I've been using book of days for probably about, this will be my 5th year, I think. And I was always really good. In the side column, in the what I do is I fill out, you know, what I stitched on each day, not how much time, just what I worked on. And then in the side, there's like a little part for notes. I'll have to show you next time. And so on the side, I put the date that I start something and that I finish something and all of the info. So it'll be like the threads, the linen, the chart, and the actual dates on the side. So every month on the side, I would have my finishes and starts. So it's pretty easy to look up. And I'm sure this is in one of my book of days. And I can see. I'll check on that and get back to you. If I can find my old book of days. Oh, maybe 2023 should be the year of freaking organizing this stuff. Okay, we discussed this before when I did my Hands Across the Sea parade. Harriet Hartland, she is one of my favorite Hands Across the Seas. I've made an executive decision. There's a lot of over one words here. I don't care. I love this. I think this is going to be a stunner on the wall. I've gone through this before, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It is on a silk weaver fabric. Very pretty color. It's called Golden Oats. The yellow just wasn't working. I don't just want to pull out the yellow, even though I have a lot done. I mean, I have some hours put in on this. I don't care anymore. I really don't. So that's what I had started. Yes, I could pull out the yellow and just do something different, right? But no. I was doing the DMC. Actually, yesterday, I just ordered the NPIs. New linen, new threads. It's worth it. I'm restarting it. I don't care. Because I want to enjoy it, and I wasn't enjoying this. I wasn't enjoying the linen that much. I still have enough left. I think I can do a smaller something. It's a pretty color. This piece in particular, it is Zweigart, I think. Yeah, it's Zweigart. It felt really loose. I just want to restart it. It's not right. I'm not feeling that it's right. So that will be a restart for sure. It's a whip and a start. Okay, what else? I think, oh, this is the only other one. This hasn't been floating my boat for a long time. Who knows if I will actually do this. Sally Stansfield. Maybe, I don't know. I think what bugs, I don't love butterflies. There's 2 butterflies on it. I don't know, but I love the house. That's all I did. Not a lot. But since I did that, it just hasn't called my name. And it's DMC. This is another legacy, maybe Russian tea cake. I think I started this. This was early when she was kind of really starting to release some small ones. And I think that was part of the appeal to me, was the house, and it was smaller, and then I could finish it rather, you know, it wouldn't take 10 years. I think that's why I kind of started it, because of all the Hands Across the Sea, that one's not like, it's pretty. So who knows? Maybe I'll work on it because it started. Okay, everything else here are possible starts. I'm not starting all of them. There's a couple of definite starts. And then I just kind of went through and thought these are the ones that I'm feeling right now. One thing about Hands Across the Sea is the catalog is now huge, and it's just going to get more huge. You know, early on, these were huge samplers. During COVID, Nicola started releasing those little gems and a lot of smaller ones. And it's been a lot of smaller stuff lately. I'm kind of really in the mood for going back in the catalog because I want some of those big Mamba Jambas. I hope she releases some big ones soon. I love the little ones, and I love that there are choices and that there are ones that you can stitch and actually possibly finish within a month or 2 months or a year. Because some of these big ones are going to take a lot of time. Yeah, so I'm kind of feeling the bigger, older charts. Now, my Christmas Day start, maybe I will do this today. I have some computer work to do today. I may go on. So this is Ann Castle. I was so excited to start this on Christmas and then so bummed that I did not get 2 of the threads. Ann Castle. This is another favorite Hands Across the Sea of mine. I love all these ones with the houses in the center. And here are the 103s that I am missing 2 of. So I'm going to go online. I'll see if Hobby House or somebody has them. See if I can get those shipped to me. That is a definite start, but I do have to pick, a linen. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. This isn't the only other, well, this is a definite start. I've talked about this over and over again, is Hope and Love by Clara and Maud Pickernell. This is the Bristol I want to start with. And I may change the linen. This is the one I talked about. They were sisters that went into the orphanage, and then after this was released, Nicola found information on one of the sisters. I think it was Clara. I don't remember which sister. She found information that she had jumped in front of a train. That's how she died. She had broken off an engagement, and then so sad. I don't know. Those tragic stories kind of appeal to me. So originally I was going to do, and I still might, I was going to do Hemingway. I've had this Hemingway stuck in this bag for a long time, like a year now. And I have a hank of NPI 503. That's what I was going to do. But I'm debating, I have a few of the Bristols that I want to do. That one I'm going to start with. But I don't want them all in the same fabric. So I had picked Hemingway for this and thought, well, I'll do one on Dirty Teacup, or I don't know. But now if I'm going to be doing Martha Evans on Hemingway too, do I want to be working on 2, mid-tone samplers at the same time? I don't know. God, this is what happens when you do this a lot. And I've done this every time I focus since I was born. Ugh, I gotta step away from the camera. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. That was my choice because it's already put together. I may just do that. But I was thinking, do I want to be doing 2 big samplers on Hemingway at the same time? Definitely I would do many samplers on Hemingway. I don't know. We'll see. That's a thought to ponder while I'm ironing linen. These are the things I think about. This is a definite start because I have thought of this so many times when I've been in the mood to start. Maybe I'll start that. Maybe I'll start that. So it's a definite start. Okay. I will show you some of the ones that are at this moment appealing to me. This one I'm going to order NPIs for. A lot of these I'll do DMC. Hands Across the Sea, DMC is phenomenal. God, this is a lot of threads. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. I don't know. And this one I'm thinking of doing on Hemingway. Elizabeth Weston, 1830. Oh yeah, I love this one. It's pinkish. If you really, you know, I have an aversion to purple. Once in a while I will do something with purple in it, but I know there's a lot of people that don't love anything pink. But I think, and especially on a darker linen, ooh, pretty good. This one, I was so excited when this came out at market. Oh my gosh. Okay. This one, I was talking with Laura and Grace Paisley Stitcher. She just did a fantastic YouTube video, and she went through a lot of her Hands Across the Sea whips and possible starts. Hold on a minute. Okay, so my dog is just barking. Sorry for the little blip there. I did get more coffee. Hopefully that dog sound won't make your dogs bark, because it usually does. She's a Great Pyrenees. I was just checking to make sure she wasn't barking at someone. And I filled up the coffee. I need a moment. I need a moment before I continue on. Oh my gosh. Then I'm filling my coffee and I'm like, I can't believe I made a Ma Kettle reference. What am I, like 95? Jeez, oh Pete. Starting off 2023 like a hot mess. Okay, Grace Paisley Stitcher, I was saying, go watch her last YouTube. She also has an Instagram. She's the Paisley Stitcher on both. She did a great little whip braid. And she was really pumped. She was one of the gals I was talking to about that we were all getting whipped up about the Hands Across the Sea first week of the month. And we were talking about this one. And we were all saying, oh, we love it. This one came out the same time as Frances Graspy. And I really debated which one to start first because I love them both. And I had started, is it Anne Graspy? What the heck? Whatever. I'm just a dork. So anyway, I have that kitted with DMC. And that's a possible start. That one's kind of high up there. It's not a big one. And it's not Anne Graspy, Frances Graspy. When these two came out, I think most people really picked this one to stitch, and I think there was also a stitch along with this one, and that's kind of what made me put this to the side for so long. It was kind of, everybody was stitching it. So I did not do that one. This I have wanted to stitch since forever and a day. Marianne Bourne's. This is the first Hands Across the Sea release. I love these deep colors in this. Love it. That's another one that's kind of unique that would be different from a lot of the ones that I have stitched on my walls. I don't have it kitted up with the threads. It calls for DMC or Soie d'Alger. I don't know on that one what I would do. This one's not a ton of colors. Maybe I'll do silk on that one. I don't know. Okay. Oh, I have a few more. Okay, this is probably one of my favorite Hands Across the Sea. Why I have not done it. I know Laura talks about it all the time. She has, is it a Kern and a Hern? Heart attack and a Hern? An H&H? I don't know. Elizabeth Furness. I watched Nicole's needlework, I think, she just did a video yesterday and showed her progress on this. And she starts at the bottom, so she's got this like patchwork stuff being worked on. I started to kit it in the DMC again. I don't know. This one's a Verissoir DMC. I'll probably go DMC. So this is, I don't know, why have I not started this? This is probably one of the best Hands Across the Sea charts as well. I've taken them all out of the like really thin bags and I just put them in project bags. Okay, this is another old one. I remember when this one was released. I actually started following Hands Across the Sea pretty early. And I was, dying. Have I started it? No. Hannah Coates, 1848. Maybe I'll do this one. I don't know. I'm so all over the place. This would be fun because I haven't seen anybody stitching on it recently. This one, I don't know, maybe she was like a couple years into designing and she said she didn't have room to store everything and it went out of print for a while, and I was so excited that I had it. There's nothing out of print now that isn't like limited. Here's another one. This one I liked so much. I bought it as the PDF and then also bought the chart. So I have both. Ann Webb, 1829. I bought the chart as well. I did the same with Ann Castle. Those are two. That's why I was like, this is stupid. I want the chart. I don't want the PDF. I'm not buying it. But this one I wasn't sure. You know, I thought I'd stitch it, and I wasn't sure how long it would take for the book to come out. This one was stitched on Jersey Cream, and I don't see the thread list. I think, oh God, I'm having deja vu. Oh, here we go. 103 Soie d'Alger and DMC. This one doesn't have too many colors either. We'll see. That will determine. Of course. These I don't even have threads. Mary Goodwin, 1798. Another one with some pinks. Pink House. I don't think I have a Pink House stitched or going. Almost done. An hour and 6. I love this one. This one reminds me of Scarlet, House. Carol Saltbox just did it last year. Whatever. Marianne Ragg, 1826. Charlotte. Is it Charlotte Clayton? Maybe. I love these pastoral scenes. So, of course, this one totally appeals to me. I don't think this one's super stitch heavy. I love a honeysuckle border, but they're a little finicky. They take a little time. Okay. This was another stitch along I thought for sure I would do. This one will probably show up again when I do a Scottish Sampler parade. Jane Fittis, 1835. I think one of the reasons I like Scottish samplers too is they're pretty chock full. Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear my stomach growl? That was bad. Let me get some coffee in there. That'll help. Okay. I love that they're just, lots of stuff in there. And I love those Scottish letters. Soie d'Alger 103 or DMC. Don't know what I'll stitch that in, but ooh, that's so pretty. There's a dog and a cat on here. Birds. I love this. That could be a start. Oh, I've only got two. No, I've only got two more. Okay. This one I love. Amy Can. I loved this when this came out. Amy Can, 1831. I must be in a pink mood because I grabbed a lot of the ones with the pinks. I love the color combo on this is different. It's very childlike, but very cool. The greens and the pinks. So it's like dark green, lime green, pink. It's big, but another one that would be kind of different hanging up on the wall. This one's, see, she used to chart a lot in NPI, and now she doesn't. NPI, Soie d'Alger, and DMC. And this is on Lakeside Vintage Meadow Rue, which I may have. I'll have to look. Wouldn't that be fun? You have to keep that out in order, the NPI. So the last one is Matilda Swallow. What kind of, that is like kind of a fun name. Matilda Swallow, 1820. That was a terrible accent. Okay, Matilda Swallow. The Lord my pasture shall prepare. I love this. So it's kind of got a lot of elements I like. It's full. It's kind of got a kind of different looking pastoral type scene. This guy is like, you know, I think he's playing an instrument. I don't know. The animals are as big as the guy. I love that. I love the cartouche is in the middle of this. There's a teeny tiny red house. This has like a, I don't know if that's a Solomon's temple. I don't know. But it's got checkerboard, which you know I love checkerboard. I don't know. I think this would be a fun one to stitch. Soie d'Alger, 103, and DMC. Let's see. This guy's playing a flute. He's like serenading the animals. Man, this middle border is cool. Look at these fun. They're all different. That's fun too when they're kind of like not repetitive. I mean, they do repeat themselves, but there's different flowers and different. This one is fun. I like that the guys. Okay. That's it. Even though I have like pretty much all the hands across the sea, most of the hands across the sea, those are the ones that kind of, I kind of want to do the big ones. Now, there's a lot of, she has a lot of just like small red and white or red, you know, one color thread. I may throw some of those into the mix. Next year, so next year I will do a video, probably the next one, maybe, hopefully, on what's kind of appealing to me, maybe to start next year. Really, I have a lot of whips that I want to work on next year. So I will do a video on starts that I would like to do next year. And then I will also do a small whip parade, the whips that are kind of appealing to me. Most of what's appealing to me is stuff that started. And I have quite a few things where I have a nice chunk done. I feel like I have a shot in 2023 of actually finishing some stuff. It all gets finished eventually. It really does. So the last thing, Lisa Hilberg. She won my last giveaway and I have not sent the book yet. That is on my to-do list. So Lisa, if you're watching this, it's coming. I wasn't lying. But I have another giveaway. When we were at Hobby House, Nicola gave out an extra, not an extra, she gave everybody Harriet Heartland as a treat. And I already have it. So because we are doing, I did another little parade of Harriet Heartland. And I'm going to start this year. I'm going to give this away. So start it with, use it, you know, use this to stitch your first week of the month. Hats SAL. I'm hearing a door opening. Anyway, I will be giving this away. You must be 18. You have to be a subscriber. You have to like and subscribe to win. And just use, say hats, H-A-T-S. You don't have to say Harriet. Just say hats and you will be entered. That's what I will search for. So that's that. I got one in. Whew. I have a day of ironing. I have a lot of Hemingway to get out, a lot of shop orders to get out, and I will keep updating you on where to get the Hemingway. If you're looking for Martha Evans, like I said, I'm going to put some stuff on my website today, and it's not all totally ready to be sent out, so it'll probably be a week and a half before it gets mailed. So if you place an order with me over this weekend, you know, it's not going to ship like on Monday. Unless anybody waiting for an NPI silk pack, that will ship on Monday. Other than that, that's all I got. I got through it. And 1 hour and 13 minutes. This is my longest video in a while. Hopefully 2023 will bring me lots of time to do these videos. Watch for First Ladies coming soon. And yeah, that's it. So I will say goodbye for now. Cheers to 2023, and that's it. Again, it's very hard to get off of these. I'm just going to say goodbye. So I will see you later. Bye.